Hi, and welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is the weekly episode in the main series for Budget Beauty. I am Lindsay Beatty. I'm the creative force behind Budget Beauty, and I'm the face of Budget Beauty. So, as you can see, I'm wearing a different wig than I normally wear. This is very 20s flapper ish pin curls kind of thing going on. So I originally we're gonna get into why I'm wearing this wig. So I originally was gonna do Happy Birthday, Mr. President. Okay, we talking Marilyn Monroe, uh, 50s, 60s, actually 60s, because JFK was the president that she sang Happy Birthday to very famously. So I bought this dress for my sister-in-law's wedding, upcoming wedding in June, and it's super cute, and it's very beige, and very, very reminiscent of Happy Birthday, Mr. President. So when Marilyn Monroe very famously sang Happy Birthday to JFK in 1962, I think it was. So I was like, well, because this is giving me that vibe, I think I'll do that, and I'll do some matching makeup, and I'll get a wig that looks like Marilyn Monroe. Well, here we are. Here we are. This wig, it is very curly. It is super curly. And so I played with it a little bit and got my brush finally. And I took some test shots of it previously, and I was like, well, I'll play around with it, and I'll get the positioning right, and I'll do something with it, and try to get the curls to do right. Well, this is the end result because I pinned this down. I used some bobby pins, and I pinned it down so that originally so that I could do this makeup today. So, because I don't want the hair all in my face while I'm trying to put makeup on. So, I was like, well, I'll test it out with the makeup and see, do a test run with the makeup and see how this is gonna look. Well, then I pinned it down. I was like, wait a minute, this is less Happy Birthday, Mr. President, and more Roaring Twenties, cute pin curls. And my husband just came in and was like, "You look super cute with your wig," and I was like, "But do I though?" So yes, and then I looked at it after because I had already pinned it down, and then he came in and told me that, and I hadn't seen it since I pinned it down because I just kind of stuck some pins in. And so I was like, "Oh, this is cute. Husband might be onto something." So here we are. I think this is gonna be super cute. I am gonna include a picture of me, with this video kind of off to the side of what I look like with the dress on, so that y'all see this pre the wedding, because by the time I go to put this on and the dress and to get ready for the wedding, I need to have practiced. So that's what we're gonna do. So we are doing makeup today. So the makeup that I'm gonna do, I kind of did it in the test shot that I had on with the dress already, because I've already bought the dress and decided which dress I'm gonna wear. It's gonna be the beige one because I got like a champagne colored one and a pink one. The dark horse purple one that I got didn't fit, and so I have to take it back. I'm gonna send it back because I got all my dresses off of Amazon. I wound up looking up on some stuff on Amazon. All of my dresses are kind of tight, so Mama gonna have to lose some weight before we go to do this, get ready for this wedding. So, but the purple one definitely didn't fit, but I could get it in a larger size. But I was like, I already got these other two. I think that's the one I'm gonna go with. The purple one was super cute, though. I'm not gonna lie, it was very cute. But the but this champagne colored one, I think is the choice. So that's what we're gonna do. And so to do matching makeup, I'm gonna test run it today. So that's what we're doing today for today's episode. So I'm thinking, do I want to do gold or do I want to do like a beige, because the way this dress looks, and y'all can see it, like I say, I will go back in post-production and put this off to the side somewhere over here, maybe, I don't know, somewhere over there. um, um it is champagne colored, so I could kind of sort of get away with gold, but I have champagne colored makeup that I could also do. So I think that's what we're gonna do, is champagne colored. And maybe I might do gold and see how the gold works. I think the gold is very gold, though. That's the thing. It's very gold. And the champagne is not gold. It is champagne. It is a lighter beige color. So, I don't know. Let's see. So, I guess I can get started, because really where we're going to feature this is the eyes. That's where we're going to really focus the makeup, and what we're doing is with the eyes. And so also too, I can take my time today. I don't have anywhere to be. I'm just doing makeup. So, I can take my time and actually do this. So let's get started. As usual, ColourPop. I'm sorry. Urban Decay. I'm thinking ColourPop because I am going to use ColourPop. I'm going to use the ColourPop shadow sticks later. But Urban Decay, my bad. This is eyeshadow primer potion. Yeah, we're gonna hopefully get her going. So I need to, and I'm gonna try to scoot a little closer without hitting my camera. I want to get a little closer because I got my mirror over here. So that y'all can see me while I'm doing this also. I'm using my mirror. It's off to the side here. It's my Conair lighted mirror, which I got to replace the batteries in now because the batteries are dying. It does not provide light anymore. So we're going to also I'm going to try something with my face makeup today. I got something new, and I didn't want to do a whole budget beauty beauty haul episode because it's only like one thing. I did buy some more tools, and I got them some of my little brush tip applicators, my little sponge tip applicators. I bought some more of those, and because I can never have too much. So I'm gonna show y'all in a minute, and we're gonna try it out and see what it does. How well it does. I got a different shade of something I've already bought. So bear with me here. All right, primer is on. Okay, so while we're waiting for primer to dry, if I could get it spread out a little bit more, that would be great. So I think we're still going to try for Happy Birthday, Mr. President champagne look. But I don't absolutely have to adhere to that necessarily. It might be whatever looks cute. I am really, really in love with these curls, though. It is super, when I tell y'all super curly, it's super curly. Like, I have to pin this to get it out of the way. And I really probably needed another pin, but I told my husband I didn't need any extra pins. So also too, my skin is fairly clear right now. I have some dark spots right here. One over here. I am gonna shave my sideburns. I am definitely gonna shave my sideburns. But we'll get around to it eventually. I did get some more. I was very proud of myself. I got some more organization, and so now I have another one of my pencils. I have another one of these. I'm gonna hold this up so you guys can see. I usually keep my table over here for my makeup, and so I'm in the process of saving up to get a vanity because I really need a vanity instead of this table that I use in here. But this is a This is a pencil holder. And as you can see, I have all of my extra shadow sticks in here. I have 6 other shadow sticks in addition to these 6 in this holder. And y'all can see I usually use this one too. I usually use this because it's got the pencil on the end, which I might use that today actually. But this holds my extra shadow sticks. So we're going to probably use, this is Honey Barbecue Metallic. Probably going to use this one today to see how this is going to work instead of the gold shadow stick. Because I have a gold, this is the gold shadow stick in this shade, and it's called Flex Metallic. Now, I've worn this before, and it is very gold. It is very pigmented and very gold. I've worn that one for anniversary, not this year, but last year. I wore gold in 24 to go. We went to dinner, and so I wore a gold and black dress, and I wore that gold shadow stick. So we're going to use Honey Barbecue today. The Honey Barbecue Metallic. So, well, the bottom, my eye is dry already, so let's do bottom of the eye real quick. I'm gonna use this other pencil I haven't. This is a liquid liner that I haven't used in like forever, but we're gonna use this. This is the Blackout eyeliner, Blackest Black, waterproof, long-lasting, 24-hour, and this is by Absolute New York. So gotta shake her up. Hopefully it hasn't dried out. We're gonna try to put this on real quick. This was the first liquid liner pen that I bought when I decided to start doing my makeup again. I bought this pen from a hair store that I buy all my hair from. This week, by the way, I got off of Amazon. This is not one of my hair store wigs. I usually go to this place called Hair Boss in Columbia. Hair Boss has an excellent hair selection. Whether you're looking for wigs or drawstring ponytails and things, they have an excellent hair selection. And I got all of my Betty Page wigs that y'all see me wear on camera. I got all of those from there. Oh, I knocked down some liner. It's okay. I'll get it later. So that liner, I really like that eyeliner. Y'all know I usually use the ColourPop, but I want to try that one again to see how that works. I'm trying to get this thing off my nose. All right, so eyes are dry, so we can actually get started on eyes. So I'm going to cut my crease. And I'm trying to think, do I want to do any other color with this crease cut? I'm trying to think. I might want to do something cute with it. So I'm going to cut it with the black. But I'm also going to try this gold one more time. This is the gold in the shade Wildcat by ColourPop. So this is the cream gel liner. So we're gonna cut our crease, and then I'm gonna cut it again with the black. So let's see. Drawing. I mean, you really can't tell that I have this on unless you're up close on top of me, I guess. I guess. So let's draw that. And let's draw it here as well. I never cut my crease correctly on this eye that I'm drawing on right now. On my left eye. I never ever cut it right because it's hard for me to draw it right. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do is draw another. I feel like I don't have it on. I know I have it on because I can see it. I mean, y'all can kind of see it too, but it feels like I didn't put it on there. But now what I'm gonna do is draw another crease cut up underneath that line. Not on top of the line, but underneath it. This drags a bit. So you can tell, you can immediately tell the difference between the gel cream liner and this, because the gel cream liner is going to go on smoothly, and it does. I promise y'all it does. This, as you can see, drags on my skin even with primer on. So that's the fault of the pencil. It's not the fault of the primer. I'm trying not to draw on top of this gold line, but looks like I'm gonna have to go back and fix. Okay. Had to look down in the mirror for all of that. Okay, so the gel cream liner shows up, but it's barely there. I mean, it's there and it's pigmented, but it's barely there. I feel like it's barely there. It's not doing what I want it to do. So what I'm going to do, I have another gold pencil. It should be in here. I am not seeing it though. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is the Ruby Kisses 24-hour eyeliner in the shade Metallic Gold. We're going to try this and see. Put this on top of that gold. There we go. Ooh, now you can see that. Okay. Yep. That's what I want. Now, I don't know. This tends to be very pigmented. This tends to be very pigmented. This dog outside barking, we have nicknamed Hellhound because it is a very large Doberman that belongs to my neighbor across the street. Ooh, I like how that worked. Ooh, I like that effect. Okay. I like that effect, ma'am. All right. So, in a change from how we usually do things around these parts, we're going to do mascara first before we do this eyeliner and putting on the eyeshadow. We're going to do mascara first. So, what I want to do, I'm going to use my Super Boost. This is the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer, Super Volume with Super Fruits. We're going to use this one today. Get her out the tube. See, this is the one that goes on as white. Because what I want to do and what I want to avoid doing is putting on my across the bottom of the lash line. We're gonna do that in black. But what happens here is when I put this on, it will go on as white. You're gonna be able to see it on my lashes. Y'all have seen this before. But the problem is it goes on as white on top of the eyeliner, and it messes it up. Then I have to go back and redraw, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to try this as a different part of the routine to see how this is going to work. Also, it means I can touch my eyelid a little bit better, so I can do from root to tip to do it. And I usually get root to tip anyway, but this will help, as y'all can see. So let's get her on all the way across. And then earlier when I was washing my hair, because I washed my hair today. Today was wash day. My actual hair, which is super thick right now. Super thick. I have what they call 4C grade hair. It is extremely thick and extremely coarse. So it takes about, it took me about an hour to wash, dry, moisturize, comb through, and detangle. I also detangled yesterday, and that helped. So there's that. But let's get some of this off there, because I could see that without looking at it. Like I can see it on my eyelashes without looking at it that hard. Um, so trying not to blink while I have this in my eye, because that's also a whole thing. I can't get this extra. I have some extra that's like right there, and I can't get it. Now, they say you're supposed to like let this dry for a minute. I never let it dry, and that might be part of my problem. I have too, by the way, been wearing mascara, and it has I have been very gently taking it off. I've been a lot more gentle with my removal process, and I have noticed I still have lashes. So we are doing something correctly this time. I'm also using when I take it off, I'm using makeup remover, the oil-free makeup remover by Neutrogena, and it is, I gently wipe like that. So far less shedding and snatching out of eyelashes is going on. All right, so we're supposed to let that dry for just a second. I put on just a tad bit too much on this side. I'm trying to see so you guys see. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, let's get I want to get my black eyeliner ready. It's the gel cream liner in the shade Swerve. We're going to use that across the lash line. Now let's get ready and start thinking about face prep while I'm waiting for this to dry. So as usual, we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. Good old e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. It is actually my favorite primer. And because we are our budget beauty here, I want to emphasize that yes, we look for budget options. That is the aim and the goal here. However, I do buy it's very rare, but I will splurge on something every now and then. Something expensive that I consider expensive and not budget and not drugstore makeup. So, like, I have some Fenty. Even though they sell it in Ulta, Fenty is expensive. Okay, I have some Fenty lip gloss that's like that was $22, I think. Also, too, as you can see, I am priming my face, but note that I'm putting it on my forehead because we're gonna have to put some up here. Because the way this hair is set up, you're gonna see my forehead. Normally, y'all know I wear something with bangs in it, so you're gonna see my forehead, and I'm trying my hardest not to touch this hair, because I do not want to get makeup in it and or primer. So I want to get primer up underneath my eye. I'll make sure I get good primer up underneath the eye. So let's get her down here, and we are gonna put it on there, and we're gonna put it here too. So but I was thinking about getting some Danessa Myricks. I have something by Danessa Myricks. I have the Color Fix pastels in the shade Bunny. It's a pink. It's I like it. It takes some getting used to. A little bit goes a long way with that, but it was expensive. So that is why I'm like, ooh, girl, you are not drugstore makeup. I want to support you because yes, black makeup, black owned. Um, we support that around these parts. So yes, I will do my duty and I will buy it. But oh my gosh, that is a once in a while type of thing. Um, so but I like it. I do like it. So I was thinking about getting. She makes a yummy balm, yummy skin balm blurring um all in one. It's like a primer, a foundation, and it's got SPF in it. So with this mature skin that we got going on, yeah, mama needs that. Listen, Mimo needs it. So yes. All right. I think we have let this dry long enough. So yeah, it's dry enough. Okay. So I want to try. So I bought this Essence. Y'all know I love Essence mascara. I bought this Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes smudge proof formula, long lasting smudge proof formula is what it says. Um, Volumizing and defining mascara. So we're gonna try this again. I've used it earlier in the week. Um, so I want to try it again and see what we got going on here. Uh, Also too, some of my other high end that I bought that the Lash Clash mascara that I talked about earlier by YSL. Um, Good old Yves Saint Laurent. I've actually gotten some good results out of that. Finally, it took a minute to get used to, but I got good results out of it. So as y'all can see, I'm going root to tip because what we want to do is cover the white because that's literally the point of the primer is to prime the lashes to be ready to receive mascara. And note, I like this wand. The wand is nice. I like the wand on this. Now I'm probably gonna go over this with some Call Me Queen. Um, but I got some Call Me Queen waterproof, but I don't know how I feel about that waterproof right now. And as you can see, I touched it up here a little bit. I got a little bit of black up there. That's why I wanted to do this first and test this out. Because I touched it with this mascara. So I'm gonna use the Call Me Queen in just a second to spread it out because I like these. I like this. Now I have some wands, some disposable wands. Uh but I don't use them. Um but I might start doing that just to spread out the lashes because I think the wands are very good for that. And I'm looking at this while I put this on. Um, I'm also going to be recording in a minute something else for my other side project. So that's why I'm doing my makeup today. Also, I waited to do my makeup today instead of yesterday, Saturday. Okay. Um, and while I'm also doing this, I'm also cooking dinner, and it smells fantastic right now. We're having meatloaf this evening. Okay, so that Bye Bye Panda Eyes is on, and that's super cute. I do like how that looks. Um, we're gonna. I'm not gonna use the waterproof. I'm gonna use my regular Call Me Queen. The dramatic. This is the Call Me Queen by Essence. It's dramatic false lash effect, which, as you recall, we have learned it's because of the wand that causes that effect. Um, is the meme in Spider-Man's is I'm a bit of a mascara enthusiast myself. Good old Willem Dafoe. So I'm spreading this out and doing this. I really like this wand on the Call Me Queen. Now see, you can see my lashes with this. Um, I love how this does on my lashes, and it makes them look full and gigantic. I mean, I already have fairly decently long lashes anyway, and I always generally have full, even when, I'm very foolish and snatch out my eyelashes, not paying attention when I'm taking this makeup off. But I have, I have very full lashes most of the time. So, so much so that they irritate me because it always sometimes feels like there's something in my eye, so then I have to pluck them. And one time I plucked them a little bit too much. So, um, yeah. But see, that, my friends, is mascara. And that is the power of mascara. Good mascara. I know people who say they don't like the Call Me Queen and they don't like the essence. And I'm like, girl, what? um, like what? So all right. Now we're gonna go in with the Swerve by ColourPop. This is the gel cream liner in the shade Swerve, which is the black. Now, Ms. Monroe had a very thin line across her eyes. She did not give herself a wing. So we are going to not do that also. And I'm going to pick up my mirror and draw this. So I can draw this a little bit easier. This is my mirror. So I can draw this just a tad bit easier on my eye. Because I need to get close so I can see it. And I feel like my line is too much. And I might have to do something with my lashes again. Because I kind of touched them while I was putting this on. I want to get it down to as close to the lash line as possible. Which is to say, right on top of it. She did not give herself a wing, and we are not either. Not today, we are not. Okay. So, see, almost a little bit too much black, but it'll work. She had a very thin line. Also, too, I have a mole right there on my eyelid, which is hereditary because my mother also had mole there, too. And I have moles under here. And she also had moles. Most of the time, I'm not close enough for y'all to see them, but she had moles, and so do I. Alright, so we're going to draw this across. Now, see, that's a thin line. Now, why couldn't we do that on the other eye? I know that's hard for y'all to see me drawing this, but I am, in fact, drawing this across. So, what this is serving as, this episode today, as you can see, this is a lot thinner than this one, but it's fine. We'll make it work. This is serving as a test run to test these types of things beforehand, before the wedding gets here and we are putting on makeup that day. We already kind of know what to do here and how to make this work. Okay, that's not terrible. But yeah, this it's way more on that side. We cannot draw a symmetrical thing to save our lives. I don't know if that's because my brain works that way or not. Okay. Fixed. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more black over there than I really wanted. But just to make them even. Okay. So now here comes the piece de resistance for these eyes. We're gonna go in with the honey barbecue. Now, I did buy a NYX gold eye pencil, and this might be a really good color. I may just fill in with this. This is in the shade Frosting. I did buy that, so we might try that and see. But I want to see how this is going to work. So we are using the ColourPop Shadow Stick in the shade Honey Barbecue to fill in. And as you can see, I'm filling in that very thin space between the black cut crease and the bottom part, the bottom black. So what I will do is go back in and fix the top black cut crease in just a second, because of course I inevitably am going to draw on it. Because I'm heavy-handed with this and I never get it to be precise on the first try, so I always have to go back and correct. But see, I like this. I like this a lot. All right, to do the other eye, I also didn't go all the way to the corner because, again, I tend to be very heavy-handed and I will get it everywhere if I do that. So now I could probably achieve this. I do have some champagne colored makeup, and I think actually what I'm going to do, I have some champagne powder, and I think I am going to use that to top off here. And as usual, I put too much on in the corner. And I did just exactly what I said I was going to do, which was be heavy-handed and put entirely too much. But this, when I tell y'all this matches my dress perfectly, this matches my dress. So we're gonna have to clean up and correct in just a second. But Honey Barbecue ColourPop Shadow Stick is perfection. I do love this color. It's a gorgeous champagne color. I know it looks very whitish right now, but I promise y'all it is champagne colored. Let's get Swerve back in here to fix and correct what we need to fix and correct. But I really like the eyes here. I like how this turned out. I like this concept. Let's draw her across. Color correct there. I'm gonna color correct here. Up here to cut the crease again. I see that's fixed now. And then over here, draw up there, draw the arch in the crease and in the corner. Got it. Okay. Okay. Ma'am, I think you did a great job. Okay. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to fill in a little bit with the gold up there at the top on this eye, because that is not entirely touching each other, which is a good thing, because I did not draw close enough, which is cool. But I wasn't close enough because I couldn't see close enough. We're going to go back in and fill in that little gap. Perfect. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Okay. So, other eye, we did get close enough. like I say, I tend to draw weirdly on this eye than I do on this eye. It's hard. All right, so we do kind of need to fix the mascara a little bit, just a tad. Let's see if I can brush them out, because I don't want to put on more mascara. So I'm trying to brush them apart before it dries entirely, since we had to come and mess with it just now. Okay. 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 Much better. Now, with that black on, you can't really tell that I did anything to my eyelashes, which is kind of the point, but that's fine. So, all right, we're finished with the eyes. We have primer on the face, so let's get her going on the face. All right. So, actually, what I want to do before I do that, I'm going to do this topper. So, we're going to use this Morph Going Platinum. Is the Morph Going Platinum Artistry palette. This. What I've discovered about this is they are great as toppers. So, before I do that, I need a tool. And I got a new thing of tools today. This is the new thing of tools that I just got earlier today. Fresh, brand new. I love them. These sponge tip applicators are a lifesaver when you're trying to do eye makeup and you do not want to use brushes that you're going to have to clean 8 billion times. These are perfect. I'm glad I discovered these. I was sitting in a meeting one time, maybe about a year ago, and discovered those. And I was like, let me go ahead and add these to the Amazon cart. Okay. So I'm trying to hold this up so that these shades do not fall out of here possibly. But this is the color story here. Now, we have our choices. We could use this one. This is Gems with Benefits. We could use this one. That one is Champagne Excess, which is the one probably that we're going to use. And then they have a matte one in here, Invitation Only. Paparazzi is over. That's Paparazzi. But the Invitation Only is this one. It reads as pink here, but I promise y'all that's more beige brown. There is a black, solid black down here, which is really good. The Crowd Control, that's a brown. That is actually very brown. This is a copper. This is Money Maker. This is a copper shade. Stone Cold Rich is this one. We could even kind of sort of get away with that. And then this one in the middle, Going Platinum. Going Platinum is stunning and highly pigmented. I tried it one time. I was like, oh, I'll just wear this as a regular silver shade. Y'all, it was so pigmented. I was like, bruh. No, this is, we have to be very careful, and a little bit goes a long way. I discovered that the hard way. It's fantastically pigmented. All of these are very pigmented. I was very, very pleased with them, with this purchase. I got it one time randomly in Ulta. I happened to be in there and saw it, and I was like, wonder what's going on. I like this color story. I like, okay, let me buy this and see what's what. So, All right, Champagne Excess, I think, is the one we're gonna go with. So let's do that. But that's how I discovered that they work really well as toppers, because I've used this Champagne Excess before. So like I say, I have to be very careful about how much I'm using. And we're gonna put this on the eye. It really blends in with this, as I'm discovering. It makes it slightly brighter though. That's the thing. It makes it slightly brighter, but it kind of blends in too. Okay, so maybe, and this is why we test this, figure this out. Maybe we don't use this as a topper. I don't want to use glitter though. That's the thing. I don't want to use glitter. Glitter, as much as I like glittery eyeshadows, glitter gets everywhere. Glitter gets everywhere. And it is hell to get off. So no, I don't really want to do that. So let's try the gems with benefits and see, because it's kind of a champagne color too. Let's see what that does. This is kind of a rose gold. Oh, okay, all right, yeah, it's a very rose gold blend. It's got a little bit of shine and shimmer to it. Okay, all right, so just to be even-handed here, let's do on the other eye as well. We're going in with that, with the Champagne Excess. See, I can get a lot more precise with this applicator, with the sponge tip applicator. See, it makes it look way whiter. And then we're gonna go in with gems with benefits. If we could balance this correctly in our hand. Yeah, it's very rose gold. Okay. Yeah, it's very rose gold. Okay. So it's cool. It's cool. I have to see what it looks like under different lighting. I'm gonna see what it looks like under different lighting, but yeah, I thought that was gonna give me a little bit more shine, but it's fine. I mean, it goes with the dress. It does match my dress, so that's fine. Now maybe if I use that as a base instead of putting it on top as a topper, maybe that would be different. But trying to see if I got another shade that I can maybe do and give myself some shine. Maybe we might do this. And I know I got one in the Sunset Sangria. Let's see. Sunset Sangria has some. Okay, so this is Sunset Sangria. This has some. I'll put it over here too. This has some shimmery shades in it. And this is Sahara Gold. This also has some shimmery shades in it. Because I kind of want to try that gold. Just to like darken this down just a tad. Because right now it's reading as white on my eyes, and it is not white. So let's try. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the gold. Or maybe we just go with this. We go with this one. I don't know what this shade is called, but y'all can't really see that. It's this one. I'm trying not to make anything fall out of the pan here. It's this one right here. But it's gonna probably match too, so probably. Yep. It matched. So I'm just matching colors basically. I'm just matching colors to colors. Because they're all champagne colored. So, I'm thinking maybe let's try the other gold. We're going to try the one in the Sahara Gold and see what happens with that. There is a base. There is a matte gold in here. Now, this one, so y'all can see this. This right here is quite possibly the most shimmery ash nickel color I've ever seen. It is super pigmented. Like super. I'm going to try this deep gold and see what happens. Let's see what happens when I do that. Nothing. Ooh-wee, nothing happened. Nothing happened. So we just put gold on top of gold, basically. Putting gold on top of gold. Yeah, that did not do anything. Alright, so I got a copper color here. Okay, now the copper does something. Copper is almost too much, but it does something. It brings it down, I can tell you that. It does bring it down. I can see that from here without needing to. Only thing I don't like about this palette is that there is a lot of fallout. It's a lot of fallout, but the colors are highly pigmented. We're going to cover this up with foundation anyway. Alright, so it kind of brought that color down just a tad. So yeah, we might wind up doing this. We might wind up doing this color. I was trying to get a little closer in that corner too, to knock it down just a tad bit in the corner. But yeah, that brought it. You can't really see it on this eye, on my left eye, but you can see it on the right. It brought that color down just a tad, which is perfect. It looks more like a rose gold now. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I actually really like that. So I know that that's what I'm probably going to wind up doing. And that is the point of what we're doing right now, is to test that and see what can we do to get that color down. And test it ahead of time. Okay, so that's that. That's pretty. It's very pretty. Try to clean it up just a tad. But it's very, very pretty. So, two, I don't remember if I've done my makeup since, if I've done my makeup and talked about it since the last time that I saw my mother-in-law. Y'all. Y'all. Actually, too, I got this. I forgot I got this. This is one of my shadow sticks, and it's the So Celestial. Let's see what happens if I do this. I'm curious. Okay. It, too, brings that color down just a tad. Yeah, that, ooh, okay, yeah, that darkens it. That darkens it significantly. Makes it a definite rose gold. Okay, interesting. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so when I tell y'all this lady gets on my absolute last nerve, she does the most. So now I'm having to fix this part again. Yeah. Annoying doesn't cover my mother-in-law. So, after the bridal shower for my sister-in-law, I need to preface all of this by saying she's tried to insert herself into the proceedings with getting a suit for my husband, because this is not her daughter that's getting married. This is the daddy's uh second group of folks, as it were. This is his second marriage. So tell me why here she come. She was, first of all, I showed her the photos. I showed her the photos of the bridal shower, and she really looked like she wanted to punch me in the face. It was much like on our wedding day when she looked like she wanted to punch me in the face, and I was like, that's what you get. So then, we're gonna go in with foundation too while I'm talking. So then there was the a little bit of tea from our wedding day. So then there was the oh, too, before I do that, so we're gonna use the this is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. This is a gorgeous foundation. It is the shade Cameroon, and it matches my skin tone so well. We're not going to have the Meemaw moment that we had the last time and the first time that we used it. Also, shake it up. You gotta shake this up. It is a liquid. So, the Meemaw moment, the very short version here, is that I thought you were supposed to twist off. You don't twist off. You're not supposed to twist off. You're supposed to pop off. So, anyway, so I'm gonna be putting this on my face as I'm talking here. So your girl was mad, and that much was obvious. So she, because this is the second family. This is his second wife, her ex-husband and father of my husband. His second wife and children with her. She's not involved, and she's not thrilled about this, and you can tell she is not thrilled. And I'm like, that sounds like a personal problem to me, and you kind of need to get over it, because this doesn't have anything to do with you. It is zero, absolutely zero to do with you. I know I didn't put any down here, but I'm learning not to use too much, because too much is obvious, and obvious beer does not want to be obvious. All right, so I'm using my sponge. This is a sponge that I bought from I think I got this from Ulta, maybe, and I kind of tore it up trying to clean it. So kind of weird trying to clean it. We tore it. So but anyway, so she you can tell she's really 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 bad about it. So that she's not involved, and she does not have to buy a suit, because as we discovered, we don't need to buy a suit for husband. We're going to rent a tux. And so, yeah, your girl is not pleased about that. And so, and yes, this does have a very fruity smell to it. I like that. And I feel like if I'm putting it on my face, it shouldn't smell terrible. But this has a very fruity smell. As y'all can see, it matches me very well. It's a little light bright, just a tad bit light bright, but I can generally get it down. I'm putting it on my nose too, and I did put primer on my nose, so there's that. So anyway, she pissed off because she can't buy him a suit. And I'm like, lady, that sounds like a very big personal problem. First of all, why are you that invested in running and buying your son's clothes? Like, he is almost 40. I mean, he's almost 50. Like, stop it. So there's that part. There's a need to insert herself there because, well, we just don't like that wife is even in the picture, and we don't appreciate that wife buys his clothes. So strike one was when I walked in the door with him the other day. It was, well, I'm surprised that you came with him. Why would you be surprised? Weirdo. Why would you be surprised? No, you were not surprised. You were hoping that my ass wouldn't be there so you could talk shit about me and make little comments about me and my ability to dress my husband. Okay. Because that's a whole thing. Hence the preoccupation with dressing him. We don't appreciate and we don't like the fact that his wife dresses him. Okay. She's already mad about this. So then she says, she makes a comment. I said, well, the girls being my sisters-in-law, the girls, I'm going to put just a tad bit more down here at the bottom of my face. That is not what I meant to do there. Whoops. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. I just did something I wasn't supposed to do. Let's pop it off. Thank you. But anyway, so the girls, being my sisters-in-law, separately told me that we are not going to need to buy him a suit because all of the men who are doing something in this wedding in the family are going to be wearing black tuxes. Okay. So then it was, oh, so you don't have to buy him a suit. First it was, oh, you don't have to buy him a suit. That was literally her face. Then it was, I'm going to put it just a tad bit more down here too. Then it was, what do you mean he's doing something in the wedding? Oh, you're escorting stepmother-in-law. Because that's what he's doing. He's escorting her down the aisle. Yeah. When I tell you that it was very immediately obvious that she was very pissed off about everything going on here. So, yeah. Yeah. I was like, that's what you get, weirdo. I don't have no sympathy for her. None. I have no sympathy for her. Absolutely jack and shit in terms of sympathy. She an asshole. There's no other way of getting around this, y'all. She's an asshole. So it gets better. So then she says, well, because she's already mad that she can't buy the thing. She can't buy the suit. So now we're going in to, while I'm talking, we are going in with the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer in the shade J8. So she makes the comment that she bought him a few things and put some right there because I got a little spot right there. Just put a little bit up here on the lines and right there and right there, right there. All right, so she makes the comment that that she bought him a few things. And so he says, well, okay, thank you, mama. They're real nice shoes. So, here's some shoes. And she then makes the comment, she says, well, I hope them shoes can fit. I bought them because, you never buy yourself anything. You never buy any clothes. First of all, he wears a uniform. This is why I don't like her. One of the reasons why I don't like her. She talks too much. My husband wears a uniform to work. This is immediately apparent. So he does not wear, on a regular basis, he does not wear regular clothes throughout the week. He will wear, if we go out somewhere, he wears regular clothes. But for work and during the week, when he is working, he wears his uniform. Guess what he had on when we went to go see her? Oh, and why we went to go see her is a thing also too. But so that's strike one. This is a subset strike. This is a subset strike. This out number two she was working on. He wears a uniform. He also has he buys himself clothes. I also buy him clothes. I'm the person who's buying his regular clothes. I just bought him a bunch of stuff from Old Navy because I saw it and I was like, oh, this would be perfect for him. He likes the style. And he was wanting a linen suit for the summer. He was wanting something he could wear for the summer. So that statement about he don't buy himself clothes is a lie. But that was because we wanted something to say. We wanted to have something to say about it. And it was a dig at me. Okay. Knowing that his wife dresses him. Okay. I spend the majority of my time with him and his clothes. I dress him. Okay. Strike three was the fact that as she said that, she looked at me. And I was like, oh, so we call ourselves taking a dig at me. Okay. All right. That's fine. Goofy MFer. When I tell y'all I don't like her, I don't like her. I don't like her at all. So there's that. So I'm trying to get this off of here because what we're going to do now is, thanks to my lovely follower Gina, we are going to use the Makeup Revolution Deep Dark Setting Powder. It's called baking powder because, well, you shake and bake, but yeah, we're gonna use that to set this face. We are not going to use wet spray. We're going to use some of this. Now, as I have discovered, a little bit goes a long way here. Also, it gets everywhere. It gets absolutely everywhere. Now, this is in the shade Deep Dark, but I also have in Translucent. This is the Translucent. I also have ColourPop in Translucent. And I have Juvia's Place, which if this does not do what I want it to do, I will use the Juvia's Place. We will use the Juvia's Place in Silky Finishing Powder. I Am Magic Silky Finishing Powder in the shade Warm Honey. We'll potentially use that. So, as I discovered, and thanks to Miss Gina, you're going to take this pyramid puff, right? You're supposed to take this and put it in your hand, okay? And then do it in your face. So that is what we're going to do. The lady explained all of this, but that's what I did. I put it in my hand here. That's what this is. And we're gonna put it on here and set. As y'all can see, you can immediately see a difference here with this setting powder. Now, I've been using it the last couple of days. And I really, really, really like it. Not this specific brand. I've been using the Juvia's Place and the other, and a little bit of the ColourPop. But, I really like it. So, hoping I put enough on my nose. I feel like I put stuff on my nose, so. But yes, shake and bake. Because it very much reminds me of shake and bake. The actual, like, chicken and pork chop coating. Shake and bake. Which, I'm a child of the 80s because I came of age in the 90s. And I remember shake and bake being a whole thing. And my mom using it from time to time when she would cook. And I used it once as an adult. And I was like, why didn't nobody tell me you have to season stuff beforehand? I didn't pay attention when my mom was cooking, so there's that. So yeah, it was unseasoned. I was like, I do not have unseasoned meat tendencies. I season my meat. But we did not season that. It was terrible. It was terrible. As my erstwhile friend Reginald would say. It's terrible. Alright. So, we're sufficiently baked. This face is ultra matte right now. It's ultra matte. Not just regular matte. It's ultra matte. But no shininess. And when I tell y'all no shininess, no shininess. I used entirely too much too. So y'all can't really see this, but I have way more left in this. I really feel like I need a dish of some kind to do this. Let's get a little bit on this nose, because this nose is not. I have primer on my nose, but I don't think I put too much on here to set it. I feel like I really didn't. Okay. Now, the first time I did my face setting, it took me like 20 minutes to do it because I didn't use enough. So we're going to transfer this back into this bottle. Yeah, because this bottle is a bit much. I'm not sure why. But I feel like I need a dish to put my setting powder in to then diffuse in my hand and then put on my face. But yeah, I set my face. This is very, very matte. I can see this in this light. It is extremely matte. It's very matte. So I don't know if this is supposed to be unplugged or what, but I don't know how this is supposed to work necessarily. If this is like a plastic on it or what. I'm looking at this top that comes with it. And I think I remember taking I took plastic off. I did, and here it is. It's coming off. But this is my thing. With this little thing, with it being milled like this through here, it I got better results just taking the whole cap off and doing it that way. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like a feel like I see it's supposed to have holes in it to dispense it, but yeah. Okay. We'll figure something out. I'll figure it out. But I like this. I like the deep brown. I think that worked really well. The deep dark. So, ladies and gentlemen, the face is set. Yes, I probably should have done my lipstick also, but it's okay. So what we're going to do now is do the lipstick. And it's cool. We will do the lipstick. Translucent makes me look super washed out and ashy. So I don't know how often I will use the translucent powder. It works. I mean, it's translucent. It does exactly what it says it's supposed to do, but it makes me look washed out, I feel like. Slightly ashy, so maybe when we wear the 7, if we wear the 7 concealer, maybe that's when we use the translucent. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to darken it just to lighten it back up. Like, that defeats the purpose. So now we're going to do lips. All right. So what I think we should do here, I'm thinking I need a very thin black line for the lips. I do. So I'm going to use my little old pencil. And the red, we're going to go with, I think with the red, I might use the Sephora red. I might. Okay. Because what we're doing here is we're going for old school Hollywood glamour. Because that's what Marilyn Monroe was. Okay. My lips are peeling. Because I did not put lip stuff on last night. So them lips is a little dry. Okay. From once we drew that black line right. Kinda. I'm gonna start over on this line right here. So yeah, mother-in-law is really pissed off about this. And I'm like, lady, it's gonna be all right. Baby, you better pray about it. I'm like, something. You better do something. But you're gonna do it away from me. Because I don't want to be involved in your foolishness. This ain't nothing you can do anything about. This has nothing to do with you. You're not involved. And getting mad about it and taking pot shots at me because you feel impotent is not my problem. It's really not. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on with this red Sephora brand. This is from their matte lip stain collection. This is a cream lip stain. This is a very good old standby. I love this Sephora red. It has done things for me that I like what it's doing. This is in the 01 shade, which is, what does that say? I can't read it. I can't read it. It doesn't say anything. It just says 01. Because if I'm not mistaken, this pink does not say anything either. This is just like a number. It's 08. Because see, I have the pink. This is a very hot, loud pink. And it just says 08 on it. So this is the 01 red. Alright, so we're going to do this as our lip color. I really like the matte. It dries down very quickly too. Okay. Lipstick on. Mm, that is a stunner. That is a stunner. Okay. So, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm so used to using liquid, um, doing a spray and using my sweet full fan to dry my face. That I'm not used to that now. All right, so as we're waiting for our lips to dry, I got these off of Amazon. These are earrings. So because Marilyn wore some diamond earrings, I'm sure were probably real diamonds. Your girl does not have real diamonds, so we are not doing that. I dropped it. Okay, hang on just a second. Oof. All right, I got it. So we're not wearing real diamonds. I got these definitely off of Amazon. They're cubic zirconia. Um, they were like $20. Per the usual, we always put earrings on last. Earrings and moving the hair last. Can I get this on? Of course, because I'm trying to hurry up. Are they not gorgeous though? They're absolutely gorgeous. Okay. They look gorgeous. All right, so now we're going to take the hair down and let it be the curls. This is super curly. This too. Take this one down. And take this other pin out of here. Oh, I might leave it pinned up. Because I like how this looks with these curls. I like these curls. And I like it not all in my face also. Now this up here, we're gonna flatten this later because my hair up underneath here is puffy right now. Because I just washed it and I have it in like mini bantu knots. Okay, so there we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the completed look. I really, really like this. And I don't know, I might pull his hair a little bit off to the side because really she had it combed over, pulled up a little bit, bumped up a little bit. She had like a bob going on, and it wasn't as curly as this is. It was a controlled bob. Um, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure something out with this hair, but I really like this. I really like how this turned out. So, I do. I really, really like how this turned out. Um, and that black liner doesn't really show up on camera, but it's there. I can tell I have liner on my lips. So yeah, I think this is wonderful. So I want to thank you for watching. And this has been a fantastic, strange trip through old Hollywood. I want to thank you for watching. And come back and see more of Budget Beauty's main series and the rest of our series, such as the Beauty Haul and the Breakdown. Thank you for watching. Peace.